Go.
Hey everybody, this is Micah,
It's KT.
and you're listening to Jim Jam Talk.
Hey.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about people's fear. We're going to get some of our fears in there, and then also we're going to get some of the people who wrote into us, our listeners, and then see what some of their fears are. So, Couture, what's one of the fears that you got?
I know this sounds kind of vain, but one of the fears I have is I don't want to be a hunchback. I'm scared of being a hunchback. You know how you see those old people who are in the grocery store, anywhere. People who are anywhere. And they're old and they're all hunched over. It looks like their head's in the middle of their chest.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be all sitting there looking down the entire time.
Yeah. It's not a fear of being old. It's a fear of being a hunchback. Well, what am I doing to prevent that right now? Honestly, nothing. My posture's awful. That's my first fear.
You can correct that by, first of all, just make sure you stand up straight when you're walking. And then also make sure that you don't let your shoulders roll forward. So that causes posture disorders too.
Yeah, I don't want the kyphosis. So, yeah, I guess. People say yoga helps too, and I tried yoga. I just don't enjoy it that much, so it ain't happening.
Huh? I mean, maybe if you do, have you tried Pilates?
Yeah, I don't like that either. I've tried it. I mean, it's not like I'm going hunchback right now. I feel like I still got some years, but by the time I hit 70, I don't want to be a hunchback, so try to correct my posture now, but I don't do it that much.
Oh, that's you think you're going to make it to your 70s?
Yeah, I hope I make it till I'm 70. Jeez. You don't have any confidence in that, apparently. Alright, so what's one of yours?
Alright, so one of my fears that I have is a really simple one. It's just, I have a fear of growing old by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah, I don't want to be old and dying by myself. Like, when I'm old, I don't want to be sitting in the house by myself, watching TV by myself, doing everything by myself.
Do cats count?
No, cats don't count. Dogs don't count either.
Oh, okay. Oh, there goes another fear, though. Who wants to be, die alone and then eaten by cats? Even though I don't know it because I'm dead, I don't want to be eaten by cats. Or my dog.
I don't want to do that.
Sounds awful.
And I guess the other thing is that I don't want to die, and then no one finds my body for a while.
Yeah, you get that smell.
Yeah.
Or that leakage that comes through the building, through the floorboards because you've melted and goopy because you've been there for so long.
Yeah, none of that appeals to me at all.
I've watched a lot of CSI.
Jeez, wait. I didn't think that far yet. But there is that one movie, Samuel Jackson, when he comes in, I think it's called The Cleaner or something.
Yeah,
where
it
he
is.
comes in up after people who have died or who've been murdered. I don't know. It's just, sometimes I think about it, I don't want to die, and then nobody's there to help me out. Even if I die in my sleep, I at least want somebody in the house. So that way they're like, oh, Micah didn't wake up. I don't want them to be like, oh, Micah, I haven't heard from Micah in a couple of weeks.
Well, you better give somebody a key to your apartment so they can check up on you every once in a while if they don't hear from you. You need a backup plan.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that.
Maybe that needs to be in contingency now.
I'll leave a key on that and let several people know that if they don't hear from me in 2 days, to check up and stop by and walk into my apartment.
To all the people who just heard that, Micah said, come rob my apartment because he's leaving the key under the mat.
You can try to rob my apartment, but if I'm not dead, you ain't gonna get nothing.
If you're not, it's gonna be a hard fight.
Yeah, it's good. You think Home Alone was bad? Wait, you walk into my house.
You're right. Your house is a little booby trapped, and I don't think it's on purpose either.
Okay, let's hear one of the listeners.
Okay. And this is the most legit one ever. I don't even know why I didn't think about this, but one of our listeners, Nicolmos, it's like everybody's fear. I don't care where you're from. Going to prison or going to jail. Legit fear? I think so.
You know what? Okay, so here's what's strange about me. I'm not afraid to go to jail. It would be very discomfortable. I would feel uncomfortable about going to jail, but it wouldn't bother me too much. And here's the reason why.
Go for it.
I mean, pretty much one thing is being, like in jail.
Shawshank Redemption in jail? Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been practicing picking up soap with my feet for a while, so I'm pretty good at not dropping anything.
Yeah, but can you pick up soap with your feet? Nobody can do that. Get out of here.
Well, we'll see about that couture.
Okay.
And I've learned to squat to pick up stuff.
Sounds like a challenge. Jail, here I come.
I mean, going to jail is just 3 hops in a cot. Maybe I'll get some jail body going on. I don't know.
Jail body. There's only 2 jail bodies I see. Either I see fat or I see extra cut. There's really no in between that I see. At least not on TV.
Well, I'm gonna try to get that cut. If I'm already fat, I don't want to get extra fat.
I'm gonna play ball. That's my plan. I have to go to jail. I'm playing ball. We're outside playing street ball. Oh, if we have a basketball hoop. If not, maybe I'll just act like I'm crazy and nobody will mess with me. I'm scared of female jail. They say it's worse than the men's jail. I can't deal.
I've heard of it. I've heard that it is. I don't know.
And I don't smoke. It's not like I can sell cigarettes for stuff. So.
You can sell prescriptions.
Prescriptions?
I said scriptures.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right,
let's see about that. Well, here's another one of my fears. Well, no, you go first. You go first.
All right, another fear that I have is, it's not a real fear, but it's water. I hate being near water. Just not the fact that being in it, but just like, how everyone's like, let's just come float in some water. I just hate doing that. I can't stand it. It scares me. Not because I think I'm going to drown, just the fact that I hate being, it's just, there's nothing there. And it just feels weird, and it's kind of just like, you're just there.
Is it because you can't really swim?
It's that, too. Also the fact that I don't never float. I just sink.
Well, you should float. Just a little bit. Jeez. You're not made of rocks.
I don't float at all. I just tried to float and start sinking down.
I don't like lake water. I'm not a person who's like, oh, let's get in the lake. I feel like that's...
water.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be extra disgusting. I don't feel like lake water is a good thing for me. Especially after that one, whatever, what was it, Glee Girl? After she's died, and she was supposed to be a good swimmer. So, that's a wrap. I feel like I never know what's in a lake. Ocean, I'm fine with. Lake, not so much.
Ocean either.
So, here's my other fear. And I always have dreams of this, too. Not saying, like, dreams come true or anything like that, but one of my fears, and I feel like this is legit because this can happen. I hear of this happening to people, is my brakes failing on my car. And I'm just like crashing into oblivion of everything around. Major fear. I guess altogether just dying in a car crash doesn't sound appealing to me at all. Something about it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can understand how your brakes not working and dying in a car crash. I don't know. I mean, I have some fears, like some. I don't know. Maybe I'm just. I don't know what it is really. Because like when it comes to dying, I don't want to die, but also it's like this is what don't make me limp away from this.
I don't want to experience the pain beforehand. Even though it's going to be lights out, not going to remember anything, I don't want to have the pain beforehand. Like crashing in a plane crash or any type of crash. It's like the emotions beforehand, like, oh, you just know, like, they had that heart attack because they knew they were going to die beforehand. That's what gets me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the train came off the tracks, everybody knows they're going to die now. I don't need that. That's what I don't like. That's a fear. It's a really bad fear. So.
I understand. That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, that's not a good one, but that's a good one in physical fear.
Here.
What else you got from other readers?
We'll hear from Kenny K. And I would have never thought of this one, but yeah, it's a good one. He says being in public bathrooms with no toilet paper. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's legit fear.
Is there no paper towels or anything in there?
Oh, you're not gonna skivvy out to the sink for some paper towels. No, bro.
It happened to me before. I've checked to make sure there's nobody coming, and I've skivvied out and grabbed some paper towels and skivvied back into the stall.
Oh, you're better than most. Yeah, I mean, I've never had this happen to me before, but I can only imagine. You ain't got any TP, and there's nobody next to you. Usually girls will be like, hey, you got some squares? And you get some. Somebody's nice enough to hand you a wad of toilet paper from the other stall. And that's the only time you really trust people to, like, handle other things for you and just hand it off.
I'm sorry, I don't have a square to spare.
Yeah, it would be like Elaine Bennis when she runs out of the bathroom with all the toilet paper. Like, ain't that some mess?
I guess going along with that, another fear that I would have is being at someone's house and the toilet overflows.
Oh gosh, yes.
That right there, though, that would kill me because I'm like, oh no. And they don't have a plunger or anything. Who doesn't have a plunger in their house? But I mean, I've been in some people's
people who expect their toilets to run properly, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I keep a plunger on standby because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put someone else in that kind of predicament.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's going to overflow, it's going to overflow. At least they have a fighting chance.
I mean, honestly, I would expect you to have enough respect for me that you're not dropping bombs like that or wadding up all my toilet paper like that in my toilet. But, I mean, things do happen, and I would have enough respect for your house, but that would be mad scary to pull a Dumb and Dumber and not be able to flush the toilet or overflowing. I can't.
Yeah. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
Another one that I have, and this actually happened to me when I was little, but I don't ever want, is accidentally peeing on myself and needing to have, like, go in front of people to get out of the situation.
I feel like it's okay when you're little. I mean, I don't know how old you were when that happened. I don't remember it. So I'm assuming it was when I was very young, which means you were pretty young. But,
even in school, I mean, it had to be like second or third grade. It was
about 7, 8. But, if you're a grown person and that's happening, well, you might have some problems that need to be corrected.
I mean, it depends where you're at. And if you're really, some people just hold it until they can't hold it no more.
Well, that's what, like, old people underwears are for, like, Depends and stuff. At that age, you ought to be able to have it together a little bit. Somebody ought to know how to take care of that.
I'm not talking about a consistent basis. I'm talking more like a one-time thing. Like, let's say you're holding it, and there wasn't a bathroom around, and you know how when you think you're close to a bathroom, and you get out there, and your body says, oh, this bathroom, and then you just start going, and you're like, ah!
It is true. It's like, the closer you get to the bathroom, like your bladder gets antsy. It's like, oh, I gotta go. It's like you gotta go even more then.
Yeah.
It's weird the way the body works.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
You got a fear real quick?
Huh?
You got another fear?
I don't. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure as life goes on, I'll grab some more. Something's bound to go wrong anyways. One of these fears are going to come true. So give it about a good 40 years and I'll be a hunchback. Give it about 3-5 years. My brakes are going to go. Doesn't mean I'm going to die, but the brakes will probably go.
The brakes aren't going to go. Your brakes will be fine.
I try to keep them in good repair. Well, we got about 30 seconds left. Holler at the people, Micah, and tell them where they can message us at.
All right, guys. You can message us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. These are also where you can listen to. You can email us at jibjabtalk@gmail.com. Any questions, any comments, anything you would like us to talk about in the future, go ahead and hit us up, let us know. And always take a listen to us. Like I said, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, anything. Just click the link, listen up, and let us